Good morning students. Welcome back once again to my video lesson. Today we are going to talk about the fourth chapter, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. Although we have completed two parts in this chapter, right? The introduction part and the exercise of solutions, that is 4.1, right? Hope you have understood those and you have practiced. With that hope, I will be starting a new concept in the same chapter, that is the algebraic methods of finding solutions. Okay. In a previous lesson where we have studied the concepts, we knew that the graphical methods for finding the solutions, isn't it? We have found the graphical methods to find the solutions of the pair of linear equations in two variables. Now we will be seeing them, the algebraic methods. Okay. Now here, why we are going for the algebraic methods is that because in graphical method, some cases, like if the solutions are not having the integral coordinates, the solutions, for example, like root 3, 2 root 3, if the solution is like this, or if the solutions are minus 1.75 or 1.5 like this, like if the coordinates are 1.75 like this, which if the solutions are not having the integral coordinates, then the graphical method is very difficult. Like we may not be plotting the points, we may not be getting the solutions if they are in the integral coordinates. Okay, if they don't have integral coordinates. For these cases, we need to switch over to the algebraic methods. Okay, so there are few algebraic methods. Today we'll be discussing two, that is the one is substitution method, and the second one is the elimination method. Okay, in solving the pair of linear equations in two variables to get the solutions. Okay, these two methods we will be discussing in detail and we will be doing the exercise problems. Okay, now here in the substitution method, first method, suppose substitution method, let me take one example to explain you. 2x minus y equal to 5. Okay, this is equation 1 or L1, and 3x plus 2y equal to 11. Right. I've taken a pair of linear equations with two variables, that is the variables are x and y, right? There are two equations. Now here we will be solving. We have although solved it through graph, isn't it? We have formed the table and we have plotted the graph and got the linear equations. Now we will be solving it with the substitution method. What is substitution? The word itself tells that we are substituting one variable in the equation, right? Now to substitute one, first let me take a simple, in these two this is somewhat simple, isn't it? Now I'll take the first equation. Now I want y. You interchange 5 here, it comes to minus 5. Change y there, it comes to y. So y is equal to 2x minus 5, isn't it? From the first equation. So y, keep it here, you interchange this here and 5 here, it comes to 2x minus 5. So I will be substituting the y value in equation 2. Okay, substitute y in equation 2. Okay, so equations you keep around like this, then that it will not be confused with the number. It is the equation, right? Now here I'll substitute. I've taken y value from first equation, that I am substituting in the second equation. Now 3x plus 2 into, in place of y I have to substitute 2x minus 5 equals 11. Now we'll open the brackets. 4x minus 10 equal to 11. So we will join, like we will add the x like terms and we will do the constants. Here 7x minus 10 goes there, it becomes plus 10, it comes to 21. So x equal to 21 by 7, that comes to 3. Now you got the value of one variable that if you substitute in any of the equations, any one equation, you will get the y value. This is the substitution method. That means I am supposing one variable in terms of the other variable. Okay, that one variable I will be substituting in the second equation so that we will be getting the equation in only one variable. See here, after substituting y, I have got the variable, the complete equation in x. So then I have got the x value. Then after getting the x value, we will substitute in any of the equations, you will get the y value. Because this is simpler, so we will substitute in x is equal to 3, substitute in equation 1, what? X value. Okay. So this 3, I will substitute 2x minus y equal to 5 is the equation. 2 into 3 minus y equal to 5. So 6 minus y equal to 5. Interchange the terms. Y here, 5 here and y that side. 6 minus 5 equal to y. Therefore, y equal to 1. We got x value 3 and y value 1. Yeah. This is called the substitution method. Very simple if you understand, and this will be making use in the exercise problems. Now pause the video and copy down. Now we will know the second method, that is the elimination method of finding the solution, right? Let us take the same example, that is 2x minus y equal to 5. And 3x plus 2y equals to 11. This is our equation 1. This is equation 2. So we will do the elimination method. What we did in the substitution, we have substituted the value of one variable into the equation. Then we got the value of other variable. Right? Now here what we will be doing, we will be eliminating one variable. Okay? Now here let any variable, if you take x variable, you have to eliminate x, or you can take y and eliminate y. Now let us eliminate. Eliminate means removing completely. Eliminate y in the both equations. Okay, in both the equations, I would like to eliminate y here. Right? Now how to eliminate y? We will see the coefficients. Now here in the first equation, coefficient of y is minus 1 and coefficient of y here is 2. Okay. What we will do, we have to bring it, see 1 and 2, isn't it? 1 and 2. LCM of 1 and 2 is 2. Okay. Now here to get 2 as the same quantities, if you want to eliminate, these 2 must be same so that I can cancel off. Right. So to bring it to the same value, we will multiply the first equation with 2 and the second equation with 1, right? Like this. Here, I will multiply this 2 to the first one and this to the 1 to the second equation, right? Here, this is this one. Now, for you to explain, like I'll tell you, we will multiply equation 1. Keep it in round, okay? So it will not be confused with the number. Equation 1 with 2 or by 2 with 2, okay? And equation 2 by or with equation 2 with 1, okay? No need of minus 1 because the minus and plus gets cancelled. So just the coordinates, if you the coefficients, if you multiply, it will be same. Okay, multiplying equation 1 with 2 and equation 2 by 1, we get another equations, right? Let that be 3 and 4. Now this equation goes to what I am doing here, equation 1, I am multiplying it with here 2. So that comes to the whole equation, LHS and the RHS part, okay? I'll multiply and directly write it. 4x minus 2y equals to 10. Two number is multiplied to each and every term. Now this comes to equation 3, right? Now and equation 2 by 1. Just multiply with 1. Means the same equation you get. Equation 2 multiplying with 1. Okay. So 1 means the terms will not change. 3x plus 2y equal to 1. The idea behind eliminating is that one variable, if you eliminate completely, you get the value of other variable, right? I will be eliminating this y. I have supposed this y. So I have taken the coefficients of y and interchanged both here, isn't it? Now here solving them. I'll solve these two equations. We can easily cancel off minus 2 plus 2. Okay. Now you got 7x is equal to 21. So x value comes to 21 by 7, that is 3. Now if you get one value, one variable, you substitute that variable in any equation, you will get the second one. Substituting x equal to 3 in equation 1. So equation 1 is what? 2x minus y equal to 5. 2 into 3 minus y equal to 5. So interchange these two. Okay. 6 minus y equal to 5. 6 minus 5 is equal to y. Therefore y equal to 1. Here we got x3, y1. The same we got in the first method also. Okay. These two methods are very important for the solutions which do not have integral coordinates. Okay, the substitution method and the elimination method. With these two methods, we will be solving the exercise problems. Pause the video and note it down. Here, exercise 4.2, right? Now, first problem. From a pair of linear equations, for each of the following problems, form a pair of linear equations for each of the following problems and find their solutions. Here, these are all given as the 10 problems given verbal problems. These were like these verbal problems we have done in the exercise 1, isn't it? Now, verbal problems, we have to form a pair of linear equations. From this, we have to form the equations, then we have to find their solutions. Now, finding the solutions through algebraic method. It is not mentioned graphical method, so we have to go for the algebraic method. Which method is suitable? You can take any method, substitution or the elimination method. Okay. Now, here the first one I'll read out for you. The ratio of incomes of two persons is 9:7 and the ratio of their expenditures is 4:3. If each of them manages to save rupees 2000 per month, find their monthly income. Okay, two persons are having their incomes in the ratio 9:7 and these two persons expenditure, that means the amount they spend, okay, expenditure is 4:3. The ratios are given and in 1 month these two persons are saving 2000 each. Okay, now we have to find only their monthly income. Okay, now here to know this problem, first forming the linear equations. Now here in this problem, let us suppose their incomes as x. Okay, some x. Now let the now we have the incomes. Let the incomes be x. Okay, now they are in the ratio of, here they are in the ratio of 9:7, the two persons, first person and second person. The ratio of the incomes are 9:7. So what I will be taking, I am taking income as x. So let them be, let 9x and 7x be incomes. Be the incomes, right? Now what the expenditure, that means what they have spent in the whole month. The expenditure is, expenditure is 3:4 or 4:3 here? 4:3. The expenditure is 4:3 ratio. That means let us suppose, let it be y, okay, 4y and 3y. The first person's expenditure is 4y. The second person's is 3y. Their incomes are 9x, 7x. I am supposing as x and y variables. Now here they are saving rupees 2000 per month. Okay, each of them. That means how we get the savings? The salary, the income minus the expenditure, what they have spent. If you subtract only, we will be getting the saving. Okay, now here if you see the first person, you write saving here. First person income is 9x, his expenditure is 4y. So 9x minus 4y comes to 2000. 2000 rupees he is saving in a month. That means what he has income, his income minus the expenditure what he has spent, that comes to the saving. That this is our, let us suppose this is our equation 1. Now the second person's income is 7x and his expenditure is 3y. So again he is also saving 2000. Each means both of them are saving 2000 per month. So this is the second equation. So the first part of the question is that form a pair of equations. Now we have formed the equations now and solve the solutions. That means we have to find their x and y and where their incomes. They are asked is that monthly income. Okay, we will find x and y. Now we can go by any method, the substitution method or either the elimination method. Let us see. If you see here, we'll go with the elimination method. Okay, we can eliminate x or we can eliminate y. Any one variable we will be eliminating. Let us take the x variable. I will be eliminating. Let us eliminate x in both equations. So to eliminate x, see the coefficients. Now this is 7, this is 9. I will multiply 7 to first equation and 9 to second equation, both like this, right? This to here and this to here. Okay, 7 to 9 and 9 to this equation. So let us write equation 1 will multiply with equation 1 with 7. You can also write it like this, multiplying equation 1 with 7 and multiply equation 2 with 9. Okay, here directly I am writing here equation 1 multiplying with 7, I got it. So here directly multiply, 7 9s are 63x minus 7 4s 28y, 7 here 14,000, 7 2s are 14. Now this may form equation 3. Okay, equation 1 has changed into equation 3. Now equation 2 here I have to multiply with 9, isn't it? So equation 2 multiply with 9. Here 63x, so both are 63, so I'll be eliminating them, the x part. Okay, minus 9 3s are 27y, 9 2s are 18,000. Right here. Now we will be subtracting the equations. For subtracting the equations, what we have to do? We have to change the signs. Okay. Now this is minus here, so plus. So here plus, understood? So minus, here plus, minus. So I'll 63 minus 63. Now minus and plus we have to subtract. So I get minus y here. Minus and plus subtract. So here 18 plus 14,000, that is 4,000. And the bigger value is 18, so minus 4,000 you got. That means y value is 4,000. Cancel the minus from both sides. Okay, y is 4,000. Now we got y, that if you substitute in any of the equations 1 2 3 4 any equations, you will be getting the x value. Okay, so let me take anyone. Let me take the first one. Substituting y equal to 4,000 in equation 1. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, anything you can substitute. 9 into 9x minus 4 into 4,000 equal to, first equation equal to 2,000, isn't it? So 9x minus 4, 16,000 equal to 2,000. So 9x, you send this outside, comes to 18,000. Okay, x is equal to 18,000 by 9. This comes to 2,000. So x value is 2,000, and we know that x is 2,000 and y is, how much we got y? 4,000. These are rupees, isn't it? Now here asked is that not the solution, not the x and y values. It is asked the income. Now find the income of the first person's income is 9x and second person's income is 7x, isn't it? If asked about the expenditure, you have to substitute here. Okay. Now I want the income. So income of first person is 9x. So 9 into 2000. So that comes to rupees 18,000. Right. Now income of second person. Income is, we have supposed it as 9x, 7x, isn't it? So 7 into 2000, that comes to 14,000. So write the units here, rupees. So the first person's income is 18,000, second person's income is 14,000. So like this, by using the elimination method or the substitution method, you can find the solutions. Okay. Now quickly copy down, pause it. Now the second problem, the sum of a 2-digit number and the number obtained by reversing the digits is 66. If the digits of the number differ by 2, find the number and how many such numbers are there. Okay. Now here given that a 2-digit number, okay, 2-digit number, that means a tens place and a units place it has, and the number obtained by reversing the 2-digit numbers. So sum of these two, the number as well as the reverse of the number, is 66 given, and the digits differ by 2. Okay, find the number. We have to find that 2-digit number. Now how many such numbers are there? That means we have to find the number, and if you reverse it, that number also we have to find. Now let's see the second one, solution. Here let that 2-digit number, that means it is having in its units place, okay, units place or ones place, tens place, like this. I will suppose in units place it is x, and in the tens place let it be y. Okay, units or ones place, right? My 2-digit number is y and x, yx, like, okay, just place beside. Now we will suppose them. Let the units place of number be x and the tens place of number be y. Okay. Now what will be the value, the place value? We found out, we have done that in second and third classes, the value of that number. Okay, the value of the number is, now how do you get the value of any 2-digit or 3-digit? Now if I suppose this as some 32, okay, it's a 2-digit number. Now how do you get 32? That means 3 into 10, tens place, 3 into 10 plus 2 into ones place. So this comes to 30 plus 2, that is 32. So this is called the place values, which you have studied in your third class, isn't it? So the value of that number, how we get? By multiplying it with the digits. Hundreds means into 100, okay, like that. The value of the number here, I have in tens place y, so 10y. In ones place x into 1 is x. So the value of that 2-digit number, which I am supposing, is 10y plus x. Now here given in the problem, reversing means the tens place to this and units place to that. That means it again becomes, if you reverse it, it becomes xy, isn't it? Okay, reversing the digit, reversing digits. So reversing digits, we get 10x plus y. Okay, In tens place, x will be placed, and in ones place, y will be placed. So, reversing the digits of number. And also given the condition that the sum of the two-digit number and the reverse of the number is 66. Given condition in the problem. Given in problem. What's given? Both the number and the reverse of the number. The addition of the numbers is 66. That means 10y plus x plus 10x plus y equal to 66. This is given. Okay. Now I'll add them. 10y plus y comes to 11y. 10x here 11x. So 66. If you take 11 common, y plus x is equal to 66. So x plus y is 66 by 11, that comes to 6. So I've got one equation. From a pair of linear equations, so I've got one equation from the condition. Also there is a condition in the question that first condition is that the number and the reverse of the number sum up to 66 and the difference of their digits is 2 given. Okay. So the difference of the digits is 2. That is, the digits are x and y, isn't it? X, y. Okay. So the difference is x minus y equal to 2. This is also given condition. So we got two equations. We will be solving it with elimination or the substitution. Directly, we can see that x plus y equal to 6, x minus y equal to 2. We can directly solve. It's already given. 2x equal to 8. So x value is equal to 8 by 2, 4. Now substitute x value in equation 1. Substituting x value in equation 1. So x plus y equal to 6. Now x value is 4. 4 plus y equal to 6. Okay, y is equal to 6 minus 4, y equal to 2. Okay, what we suppose that two-digit number is x, y and x. Okay, so it is, so we have, it is a yx, tens place, units place. That means 2 and 4. X is 4, isn't it? 2 and 4. And reversing the number, it comes to 4 and 2. Therefore, the numbers are 24, 42. Okay, like this we found out. This is the rough part. Okay, so the numbers, two-digit numbers are 24, and if you reverse it, it is 42. Like this we will be finding through the elimination method. The third problem, in the same exercise, the larger of two supplementary angles exceed the smaller by 18. Okay, find the angles. Now here, this is the third problem. Even the condition is that larger of the two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18. Find the angles. Okay. Now what are supplementary angles here? The angles, the pair of angles whose sum is 180, isn't it? Complementary means the pair of angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Now here given, let the one larger and one smaller, isn't it? Let the larger angle be x degrees. Okay. Therefore, smaller is y degrees. Okay. Now, given condition is that they are supplementary. That means the x plus y equal to 180 degrees. We know this condition. This is our equation 1. Okay. Now, here the larger angle is, given that the larger of the two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18. Okay. The larger angle is exceeding the smaller by 18. Isn't it? It is exceeding the smaller by 18. So this y is smaller plus 18 comes to this. Here, if you bring this to this side, x minus y is 18 degrees. So this is our equation 2. Now we have to find both the angles. Just simply solving the equations. 18 degrees. Now cancel of y. So eliminating y. So here, adding this, it comes to 198 degrees. So x is equal to 198 divided by 2. 2 nines are 2 nines are. So x is 99. This is the bigger angle. Okay. Then how we get, substitute x in equation 1. So what is 1? X plus y equal to 180. So 99 degrees plus y equal to 180. Right. Y is equal to 180 minus 99. So y comes to 81 degrees. Right. So therefore the angles are, they are supplementary. If you add them, you have to get 180, isn't it? So angles are 99 degrees, 81 degrees. Like this, we can easily solve through the elimination method. Okay. Okay, students, practice the other problems, and for this today we will be stopping here. We will see the other problems in the next video lesson. Thank you.